Hello and welcome to the RANsquawk Weekly Wrap-Up video, which is going to take a moment to answer a couple of questions you sent into the desk this week. So over the past week we have seen a bit of a pickup in risk appetite over in the European equity markets and across the pond in the US as well. We've also seen euro-dollar outperform as well. It did reach a 3-month high today. In terms of some of the events that we've seen over the last week, looking back on Monday, we did see the announcement of the Greek debt deal at the Eurozone finance ministers meeting. This saw an agreement reached on a €130 billion bailout deal for Greece. We also saw the announcement of the PSI deal as well. So there's some further details that were announced today from Greece. So part of the PSI deal, we're looking to write down around about €107 billion of debt from Greece. In terms of the PSI partake, they're looking for around 90% participation rate. However, much of these details will come out over the coming weeks. In terms of what this has meant, we are looking out for some further events next week. There's a vote in the German lower house on Monday. There's also a vote in the Finnish parliament as well on the bailout terms. There's also a G20 finance ministers meeting over the weekend in Mexico. They're likely to discuss the terms of the Greek deal and also any IMF participation in the Greek debt deal as well. So in terms of other events to look out for next week, there is a Eurozone finance ministers meeting at the end of next week, and they are likely to not really focus on the Greece issue. Will be obviously discussed. One of the things to look out for will be any bolstering of the Eurozone's firewall, in particular the EFSF and also the ESM. And they also may discuss when this will likely come online. The current consensus is for around July of this year. In terms of other events next week, there is the highly awaited ECB's free LTRO. This is expected to be highly anticipated, and much of the consensus is wide-ranging as to the size of this LTRO. Some analysts expecting this could be as much as €1 trillion. However, some other desks are pointing that this could be a little lower, and a figure between 300 and 500 billion euros would still be relatively successful. In terms of other events, we also see the money supply released out of the ECB and the Eurozone this week. This is likely to indicate how successful December's LTRO operation has been, so that'll be something that's definitely worth looking out for. So another key thing that has been in focus this week has been the geopolitical events regarding Iran. So this all started on Monday and Tuesday when Iran announced that they had stopped exporting oil to both the UK and France, whilst neither the UK or France are particularly big importers of Iranian oil. This was enough to push the oil markets much higher. Indeed, we have seen a move in excess of $8 to the upside in WTI crude oil this week as it approaches the $110 a barrel level. We've also seen some quite stellar gains in Brent oil as well. So in terms of the events regarding Iran, we also saw some events from the IAEA today as well come out regarding Iran. They noted that Iran has increased its enrichment process for the 20% uranium. So this has led to a bit of a move higher in WTI and Brent. However, any military action from Israel or the US is currently unlikely. However, it's definitely something to keep an eye on over the weekend and as we head into next week. So that's it from us for the week. We hope you've had a great week and enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday.